Hey, what's up, guys? This is Anthony back here again with another video. So, I know it's been a long time since I've, made a video, maybe like half a year or a year now. And honestly, I've just been kind of sick. Doctors don't know what's wrong with me. I've been in and out with different doctors, different specialists, and, you know, they can't figure out what's wrong. I'm having this weird gut pain in the left side and nausea and I don't know. I'm suspecting it could be cancer, but they've done CT scans, blood work, and everything, and it hasn't come back as cancer. So hopefully, it's nothing too serious. Maybe it's just temporary. But yeah, that's the main reason I haven't been on. I just haven't had like really good energy. But apart from that, I did have a few things going on for me, and like everything starts falling into place once you're on semen retention, and there's a few. One thing happened to me at a wedding, and then I just want to talk about this other uh this other guy's channel. But let me get to the wedding part. So yeah, like just this just confirms everything because there's this one YouTuber that started talking about he went to this store or something. There was a 16-year-old that kept on looking at him, and yeah, the same thing happened to me at this wedding. I saw the girl at the ceremony. She kept looking back at me. And then the next day, I asked the bride because she's a coworker of mine. I was like, "Hey, who is that girl at the wedding with the red dress?" She was like, "Oh, that's my husband's niece." And I was like, she was like, "Why?" It's like, "Oh, it's because I noticed she was interested in me." She was like, "Yeah, and she asked about you." I'm like, "When?" She was like, "Oh, when we were taking the photos at the event place, she just looked at she asked me about you. She's like, "Who's that guy at the table?" And she was like, "Who?" Because my brothers were there, my cousin and my stepfather. And then she was like, "No, the one in the black shirt." I was like, "Oh, that's a friend of mine," she said. And then the girl, like, she was talking to me. She seemed really interested, and like she kind of blushed when she was like talking about me. But the thing is, I asked my coworker, I was like, "Oh, so how old is she?" Like, 16 years old. I was like, "Okay." And the weird thing is that she was 16 and she was the most attractive girl at the wedding. There was this other older lady. She was maybe between 30 and 40 years old. She was married already, but still, if you're able to get the top girl at a wedding, that means something is working. And it's not to brag, but it's just basically what semen retention does is makes you a real man. And I always go back to this comparison where it's like I like to compare humans to animals because we kind of believe we're above animals somehow, but we still rely on them. We need them for food, need them for the they help, they maintain an ecosystem for us to survive. And so like animals have a time and place for like they always have these periods of when they're in heat, they're ready to reproduce. And for humans, we're like, oh, we can have sex whenever we want, we can make babies wherever we want, whenever we want. But the thing is, I don't think we believe that it's whenever, because we have been so corrupted in many ways that we don't realize we also have a time, a period of time where we're supposed to be reproducing. But since we're corrupted by porn and all this sexuality on the internet or whatever, it's like we don't know what's natural anymore. So when you're forcing yourself to abstain from sex, you're just being the template, the original template of a man, of being a natural man in this world. And then everything, it's like you become in tune with nature, and then nature just, everything goes in your favor because nature is, it wants you to succeed because you're flowing with nature. You're not going against your nature. And so, yeah, that was kind of weird. But one of the YouTuber that I wanted to talk about, the thing is, I don't think he realizes. I don't think he knows what he's talking about. Honestly, like I don't. His name is Matthew C. Horn. I don't know if you guys have seen it. And I would say, like, yeah, he gives pretty good game on, becoming, his thing is called being the uh sexually attractive man or something like that, like kind of being like the alpha or whatever. But like he's really spot on with all of his game, and I understand everything that he's saying. But for the longest time, I always felt like he never mentioned semen retention, right? He always never spoke about it until recently. Because the thing is, he talks about being this confident man, la 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 la. But how do you become that man? Like, you can't. You have to experience what it is to be it. You can't fake it. You can't imitate it. So it's like he would always talk about this. Like somebody could tell you how to act with around women, but if you haven't experienced that confidence within yourself and know who you really are, you can't be truly confident with women. Like they can see uh through your persona, whatever you're trying to fake, because they know it's not coming from a real place. So this guy, I think somebody asked him about semen retention, and he was just like, I swear, it felt like everything was purposefully done. Like the way he spoke down about semen retention, like about these guys that they have to rely on semen retention and stuff. And it's like, no, you don't even. And he's lying. He said he even practiced it himself for I don't know how long because he was playing like college basketball or whatever. Okay, that's the point. He actually did it. He practiced it. And what does that entail? That means that he reach, achieved a higher level of knowledge or lived experience by purposely retaining. But maybe he doesn't realize that that's what caused him to become this, you know, sexually attractive man that I forgot the term he uses, but he doesn't realize that became permanent in his spirit because he got to experience it and live it. And there's the thing, like, a lot of guys on here or people that talk about semen retention, they think it's like, oh, especially when it's new, they feel like, oh, they have to retain or they have to count days and everything. And what I've experienced from this is like, no, like you can't forget how far you made it. That's what I believe. Like just because you slept with a girl or fell off from the streak, it doesn't mean you failed. Honestly, you're basically still the same person. The thing is, you've obtained this knowledge, but when you're new to this, it just feels like, oh yeah, you feel like different. And that happened to me the first time that I released when I was on this streak after like maybe like 11 months nonstop. And then when I released for the first time, it felt like I felt so off, so weird. I got emotional. It was freaking crazy. But then I really there's this guy who was talking to me. I was like, no, I mean, come on, like, you know who you are now. You're a different person. You know something that you didn't know before. So realize that this is, you're a new person now. You're a new template. So even if you release, you can still maintain a certain frame, a type of frame that you didn't have before. And then I realized it was true. Like, I could release, but I'm not the same person as before. And so, like, maybe I'm not 100% top of my game, just because honestly, when you're retaining, there's no like, almost all the flaws that you have in yourself are almost non-existent, and everything comes to you easier. But when you masturbate and then you um let's say, and you realize that you're a different person, basically it's, what did I say? No, if you release and you realize all this knowledge you've obtained is still within you, you don't go back down to zero. Like, you just don't, because you know you're different, man. You've gotten used to treating women in a different way, to viewing women in a different way, to seeing yourself in a different way, to you acting around women and people in a different way. So honestly, if you're learning yourself, if you're learning about, everything outside of you during this experience, you're not going to react like you used to. And honestly, it feels like it's I mean, he has to do himself, like, in the by, like, what I mean is, like, he's doing this cuz he has a business. He wants to make money, and good for him, but he's not being honest that, basically, if you do semen retention, you're relying on yourself and maybe God, and not on an external source. And what this guy wants, he wants men to rely on him because he needs money. So yeah, this is just, I mean, I'm not talking bad about him. I just feel like it's just the truth. Once you know the truth, you just can see through people's BS. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. But if y'all need a new topic or anything to talk about, let me know, and I'll see you on the next one.